I think this is something you should consider coming to Canada with. The next on my list is malaria medications. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl Aryma. If this is your first time on my channel, please do not make it the last by clicking on the subscribe button, giving this video a thumbs up, and probably share the video if you find it really useful. If you're a returning viewer, hi guys, welcome to my channel. You're the real MVP. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about basic essential medications that you might find really useful when you come to Canada. Now, this is a disclaimer, right? These basic medications that I'm going to be showing to you guys are the medications I brought to Canada for myself, for my personal use. It necessarily don't have to be what you must come to Canada with. It necessarily don't have to be a compulsory thing for you guys, but I felt like sharing my basic medical essentials to you guys. Maybe you can pick one or two, or just pick out the most useful ones to you. Without further ado, let's dive into today's video. So when I talk about basic essential medications, I mean those medications that we get firsthand without having to go to the hospital, without having to book consultation with the doctors. Those over-the-counter medications we get in the pharmacy, just to help us ease those pains the moment we feel them. You know how it's done back there in Nigeria. So if you see me looking this way, it means I'm picking out one of the medications, or just looking at the medications that I wrote down, because I'm yet to unbox my bag, like bring out everything from my bag. So there are still some medications in one of those boxes that I really can't start looking for right now. But I mean, I wrote them down, so I'm good. I'm basically just good to go. So the first on my list is this medication. This is Emzor paracetamol. We already know what Emzor paracetamol is, right? It helps to ease, mainly we use it for headaches treatment, right? It helps us ease the pain in our head. I, for a fact, has used about one of this card, remaining just 2 tablets out of the card. I think it's in one of my bags. I can't find it right now, because I'm still dealing with jet lag disorder, trying to ease the migraines I have as a result of not being able to sleep well. You know what jet lag means, right? When you travel all to a region whereby the country you're coming from and the country you're heading to, they don't share the same time zone. I mean, the time zone are like far apart. Now, Nigeria is like 8 hours ahead of Edmonton, so when it's time for me to sleep in Nigeria, it's still very, very bright over here. And I tend to have migraines because I'm not sleeping at that time. You already know what I mean. Inhalers. If you're the kind of person that suffers or easily get colds, catarrh, or all of those stuff that makes you feel uneasy in your nose, I think this is something you should consider coming to Canada with. You might want to have at least 1 or 2 of these to help you ease the pain. On coming to Canada, I was having symptoms of catarrh, and this has been helpful to me. I mean, it's like my go-to inhaler. You know what I mean? The next on my list is Aboniki. I know a lot of you might be wondering, why Aboniki? Yeah, I was one of those one of you guys from back there in Nigeria. At first, I was wondering, what do I necessarily need Aboniki for, and why do I need to come to Canada with it? Until I saw some of my auntie's friends sending Aboniki to their children in Canada, to their children in America. I was forced to ask, like, why do they need this stuff? They said, oh, Aboniki, we're used to applying Aboniki when we feel pains, just to help us, like, in massaging those joints. You know what we use Aboniki for back there in Nigeria, right? And the ones they have here might not be as effective as what Aboniki has been helping us to do back there in Nigeria. They say if an American tends to use Aboniki, they might actually just overreact due to the strong effect it has on them. But we Africans, we're already used to this stuff, so you might want to consider bringing this to Canada if you are that person that usually make use of this like all the time. I don't really use this all the time, but I mean, why not just come with it? Because I don't want to be one of those people who now starts requesting for this when I come here, when I know I can just come with it to Canada myself. Antifungal, over-the-counter antifungal cream. If you are those people, or one of those kind of people that easily get reactions, on the skin reactions or allergies, you might want to come with this. It helps for infection. These are like tube creams you can use for toilet infections, and you might just want to come with it if you are those kind of people that have allergies. I mean, even if you're not going to be sharing toilets with people, like I'm not going to be sharing toilet with people, you might just want to come with this because it's going to be useful to you when you have those symptoms. First aid, you just want to rush over to them, get them quickly, and then do what you want to do with them. The next on my list is Felvin. For the ladies, I know this doesn't really apply to the ladies alone, and Felvin is not only used by the ladies, right? But we all know that a lot of ladies back there at home in Nigeria make use of Felvin monthly or whenever they feel cramping, right? So if you are that kind of person or that kind of lady that normally have this monthly cramp and you have severe cramping, you might want to come with this and thank me later, because you see how useful it is to you when you come to Canada with it, and you don't have to start looking for where to get one of these to ease your pain during this time of the month. The next on my list is malaria medications. I know a lot of you might be wondering, why do you have to go to Canada with malaria medications even though there is no mosquitoes or there are basically no malaria here in Canada? Now, what if you have those symptoms hidden in your body before coming to Canada, and on arrival to Canada, those symptoms start to show themselves? You don't have those medications over here to treat them. How are you gonna treat yourself? So this comes in handy. I mean, just come with them to Canada. For a fact, when I arrived in Canada, I started having symptoms of malaria, and I started taking one of this just to help myself in order not to feel those symptoms anymore. And then I'm going to take this last card like 2 to 3 months from now, just to be sure that I don't have any form of malaria symptoms in my system. You might want to come with this to Canada. If you think it's going to be useful to you, fine. If you don't think it's going to be useful to you, fine. But I advise anyone coming from any African countries or countries where they tend to have malaria easily to come to Canada with it. Procode. As a Nigerian, or necessarily, I don't know of other countries, but I'm from Nigeria, so I'm gonna be making reference mainly on Nigerians, right? But if this also applies to your country, then you might want to key into this information. So Procode, it helps for cold, right? Procode for cold tablets. So if you are always prone to having colds and you want to like solve those problems here in Canada, we already know Canada is an island, right? So you might want to consider coming to Canada with this form of medications. Thank me later. The next on my list is, I wrote them down because I know these ones are not here and they are somewhere in my box. I'm not ready to bring them out or scatter my box right now. So the next on my list is vitamin C. Guys, come with a lot of vitamin C. Trust me, you would really need them. Cold is like the common thing here. Like I heard it's like 7 months a year, it's like cold months. So you might want to come with vitamin C to help yourself with anytime. Then tetracycline and flagyl is one of those first aid medications you need to come with. This is not only applied to me, it applies to like everyone. You need to come with it. Imagine having a class by 10 a.m. and you tend to feel unease by 8 a.m. How are you going to treat yourself? Why not just come with those first aid medications that you take and feel better before going to class? I know, right? You already understand what I mean. Amozil and Ampiclos. We already know what these antibiotics are for. You don't need me to start explaining them to you. They are basic antibiotics that helps us back there in Nigeria. It is really useful. You might want to come with at least a card, if not coming with a pack like I did, you might want to come with just one card of it. I mean, why not? What harm is it going to cost? The next on my list is, I also came with this it's like an over-the-counter antifungal cream. You need it. Like, you need it, guys. I have pimples, I apply it on the pimples and it's gone. So if you have those and you want to come with it, why not? The next on my list is Jested. Jested helps to ease indigestion, not just indigestion, also for ulcer patients. Just come with your medications you know that they are very useful to you, very useful to you, and you don't want to start running here and there looking for medications. I know for a fact that Alberta province covers about 50 to, if not 100, 50 if not 100. I don't know if it's about 100%, but I know they cover a certain amount of our healthcare here in Alberta, Canada. But I haven't tried it yet. I only just registered for my healthcare card. But I mean, these medications have been useful in one way or the other ever since I came to Canada. I don't have to start running here and there in the cold, because I came in December, so it's very cold. It's winter time and I'm not so used to the cold yet, so I'm trying to adjust. I don't want to see myself running out of the cold looking for where to get medications. Trust me guys, when you come to Canada, you will fall sick for the first like 1 week. You will fall sick, so come with your first aid medications. The next on my list is Ibucap. Ibucap is fast-acting pain reliever, so it helps to relieve pains. I know I brought paracetamol, I know I bought Felvin, and now I'm showing you guys Ibucap. I came prepared. You too might want to come prepared. Come prepared. I'm actually just saying it right now because I mean, I know one of these days they are going to come in handy. So Ibucap is going to be for your fast acting pain reliever. Trust me guys, you need this. So if you have any other basic medical essentials that you think or you might recommend people who plan to come to Canada to come with, why not just help by leaving them in the comment section? And also, one thing I should tell you guys is when you're buying medications in packs like I did, please do not forget to check on the expiring dates of those medications. If you see that those packs of medication are expiring like in 8 months, 1 month, then you might want to consider leaving them. Do not purchase them, because you might not even use those medications in about 8 months. So why not just go for the ones that have about 3 to 5 years before they tend to expire. So that's very key. So I know you will want to do that. The next thing I'm going to like advise you guys to is do not pack all of these medications in, especially if they are liquid. If you're coming with a liquid medications, do not pack these medications in your carry-on luggage. You might want to pack them properly in your checked-in luggage, because when you're traveling, you are not advised to put liquid of any sort that are above 100 ml in your carry-on luggage, else they are gonna be seized in the airport or when you're about boarding the plane. So you might want to be smart enough by checking them in your checked-in luggages. Another thing is that if you're coming as an individual, you might want to come with like, you know, just a reasonable amount of medications that you know would be useful for yourself alone. But if you're coming in as a family, then you might also want to add some other medications that you know your kids are going to find useful when they come in. I think you just have to make your own research on those type of medications that your kids would be needing when they get here in Canada. So I think that is all for my talks on basic medical essentials that I brought to Canada. If you found this video really useful, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't. Do not forget to share this video to 1 or 2 friends who might be traveling to Canada anytime soon and would be using or needing this video. As for now, thanks for watching guys. Bye.